Hi, in this video we're going to be looking at how to use logical operators when testing conditions in JavaScript. So when we write if statements or test different conditions in our code, we can specify conditions such as the one that was specified here, checking if the customer spent more than a certain amount. But we can actually combine conditions together in if statements and check more than one thing at a time. So for example, we could check if two conditions are true, or if three conditions are true, or maybe if four conditions are true all at the same time, using an AND operator. All right? Or we could check a few different conditions and check that at least one of those conditions evaluates to true, using the OR operator. All right, so for example, we could check if condition A is true and condition B is true, or we could check if condition A is true or condition B is true, and write our conditions that way. Alright, so we'll use the same example that we've used in the previous two tutorials where we've checked how much a customer has spent and then applied different shipping rates based on the amount that they might have spent. And we're going to use the AND and OR operators in our code instead. So what I'll do is I'll just delete this code and I'm going to check, firstly, has the customer spent less than $20? If they have, then they get the normal full shipping rate. Alright, so we can say if spend is less than 20, and we can just log this to the console. We can say shipping is the full rate, $10. Okay? Then what we could do is we could have an else if. And in this else if, we want to check, have they spent $20 or more, but not more than $50? Well, I haven't spent $50 or more. Alright, so we could write it like this. We could say else if spend is greater than or equal to 20, and we use two ampersands or and symbols to write and we might say and spend is less than 50. So what this is doing, I'll just add in the curly brackets there. What this is doing is it's checking if this condition is true. So is spend greater than 20? Is that true? And is this condition also true at the same time? Is spend less than 50? Alright, so both of these conditions have to be true for the code in this block to run. If one of them is true but the other is false, then this won't run at all. None of the code in this block will run. All conditions specified here need to be true. And we could add more. We could add another AND operator, and we could add another condition, and we could keep adding more conditions. But when we use the AND operator, all of the conditions specified have to all match. They all have to all be true, or evaluate to true. All right. So if they spent more than 20, but and that should be greater than or equal to 20. Sorry. If they spent $20 or more, but they haven't spent 50, then they're going to get a discounted shipping rate of $7.50. All right, so we can say shipping is $7.50. All right, now we could have another else if to check, well, have they spent $50 or more, but not $100? All right, so we could have an else if spend is greater than or equal to 50, but at the same time, not $100 or more. So it's less than 100. If that's the case, then shipping's discounted even further to $5. Okay, so again, both of these conditions have to be true. They have to have spent $50 or more, but less than 100, using the AND operator. Okay. Lastly, we can just say else, and this is if none of these conditions have evaluated to true, then the else will run, and this will mean that they get free shipping because if none of these conditions are evaluated to true, then that means that they've spent $100 or more, and it's free shipping. Okay, so let's test that out. Let's go and run the code. Currently, they've spent $120. All right, so they should get free shipping. All right, so if we go and run this page, and I've already right-clicked, clicked inspect, and I've opened up the console tab, and here we go. If we refresh the page, we can see in the console shipping is free. All right, let's say we change that to 90, then we get discounted shipping of $5. If we change this to 30, we should get discounted shipping of $7.50. And if we change this to 10, we get discounted shipping. Oh, we'll get full shipping rate of $10. Okay, but we can actually use. We've looked at how to use the AND operator now, but there is another operator called the OR operator. So the AND operator, we use two ampersand symbols and symbols in a row. To use the OR operator, we use two vertical bars in a row. All right, so these are called logical operators. Oops. Okay, so this means AND. And this is two vertical bars, which you can often get on your keyboard. Should be able to get by holding down Shift and the / key. It might be near your Delete key, depending on your keyboard. Two vertical bars in a row, that means OR. All right, so what we could do here is maybe we could, we might have premium customers. So people have signed up for an annual subscription, and they might just always get free shipping. All right, so what we could do is we can check, well, have they spent more than a certain amount, or are they just a premium customer so that they get free shipping? All right, so we could create a new variable, and we might just call it premium, and we could set it to true. All right, so they're a premium customer. All right, so firstly, we might want to check, all right, have they spent less than $20? And so we could say, and are they not premium? So we could say, and premium not equal to true. All right, we can write it like that, so we can use the not equals operator to check that they're not a premium customer. So they're still going to pay $10 shipping if they've spent less than $20 and not a premium customer. We could write that, or we could say, and premium equals false. All right. Or if we want to check if they're premium, we could just write and premium. If we want to check if they're not premium, we could write and not premium. So exclamation mark means not. All right, but we'll just say and premium not equal to true for now. All right, and here we can check, all right, if they've spent greater than $20 or more, but less than 50, and they're still not premium. All right. But here, what we would want to do is check, firstly, are these two things true, or is this true? Okay. So we could group that in brackets. So we can actually group conditions. Here I'm grouping that in brackets or parentheses. I'm checking firstly how much they've spent. Oops, sorry, I made a mistake there. Parentheses should be there. So in the parentheses here, I'm checking firstly how much they've spent, and then I'm checking are they also not a premium customer. Okay, and here again we'll check, put this in parentheses, and then we'll check and premium not equal to true. All right. So we're checking firstly how much they've spent. That's all grouped in parentheses there, checking that they've spent greater than or equal to 50 or less than 100. And at the same time, we're checking that they're not a premium customer. All right. Because if they're a premium customer, none of this is going to apply. They'll just get free shipping regardless of how much they've spent. All right. So then down here, we could check else if. We can say spend is greater than or equal to 100. Or, and this is where we can use our two vertical bars, for the OR operator, we could say or premium equals true. All right, or we could just say equals premium, and that would mean the same thing. We could say spend is greater than or equal to 100 or premium. We don't actually have to say premium equals true. All right, but if we do want to use the equals operator, make sure you're using two equal signs in a row. That's one really important thing to remember. If you use just one equal sign, that's actually going to cause some problems, and we'll look at that a little bit later. But what that means is you're not actually checking if something is equal to true. You're actually making something true. So one equal sign is used to make something equal to something else. For example, here we're saying spend equals 10. two equal signs is used to check if something is equal to something else. So is premium equal true, or is spend equal to 10? All right, so let's try this out now. All right, we see shipping is free, all right, even though they've only spent $10, and that's because they're a premium member. So here, what's happening is this condition here doesn't completely match, because yes, they've spent less than $20, all right, but they're a premium member, and here we're checking if they're not a premium member, we're checking if premium is not equal to true, all right, which we could also say and premium equals false. All right, so that's the other way of writing it. All right, and that will still do the same thing, all right? If they've spent less than $20 and they're not a premium member, then they're going to pay $10 shipping, all right? But they've spent less than $20, so this bit here is true, but this bit here does not evaluate to true because they are a premium member. So here it checks if spend is greater than or equal to $100. Well, that's not true. They've only spent $10, so this bit's false. However, we're checking if this is true, and that is true. They are a premium member. So because we're checking if this is true or if this part is true, only one of those conditions needs to be true. So when you use the OR operator, you can check as many conditions as you want. You could check if condition A is true, or condition B is true, or condition C is true, and so on. Only one of them needs to evaluate to true for that block of code to run. All right, so if I change this to false, then we see they pay $10 shipping. If I make spend $150 and premium is false, we still see that they get free shipping, because even though they're not a premium member and this condition doesn't evaluate to true, they've still spent more than $150, or still spent more than $100, so this part evaluates to true. All right, so that's how you can use the AND operator and the OR operator in JavaScript to test if multiple conditions are all true, or if one out of a few conditions is true. That's it for this tutorial. Thanks for watching.